This is the video for Friday, December 16th, 2022. In this video, I'm going to demo another concept, another price tool I've developed. This one does retracements and projections. So first of all, the green line will be the retracement projection. You'll see I'm measuring the swing from the January 4th high down to the first swing low, which notice was a big wick. So the retracement area is the green line. You can see it was a bit off. I'm going to explain why in a minute. Then I've got two price projections. The first one catches this double bottom area here. We've got wicks come below that area, and then we have two closes just below that level, and then we get a kick back up for a good swing trade off of that level. And then what happens, we turn back down and then we come to the next level at the red line. We get two closes just below that level, and then the market bounces back up to the yellow line. The yellow line holds it again. It breaks, then the yellow line becomes support, then it breaks, and that's the end of that one, and then we get one more test of that over here. So you can see these lines work into the future, but generally you're primarily interested in the first hit at the level or a potential double bottom, where in the case of the yellow line we had the wick break, we got a bounce, and then we had the retest false break of that low, and then it came out of that zone. So those are really the only instances that you want to look for. If one of these levels is breached, when it comes back and tests that level, it will kick it down. A good example of that, even though the yellow line has already been tested and kicked the market back here, if we were to trade through, say the yellow line was say this was the first touch of the yellow line, if it breaks through, when it comes back, it will hold on the retest of that line. So you are going to get a trade off these levels either the first time or on the retest. Let me put a couple more. Oh, I forgot to mention about the sorry, the retracement level. What happens with these at times, very frequently you will have to measure from the lowest close of a swing rather than the actual wick low, especially in a case like this where you have higher volatility and you're making big wicks on the candle. So if I measure to the lowest close, which is the red candle right here by my crosshair on the cursor, that puts me back up at a more respectable point for that to catch that retracement. Here's another example of that situation, marking from this high, this double top high here, pulling down to this swing. You can see if I use the candle body of that red close and not the wick, I get the retracement exact. I've got two wicks hit that level directly. The third wick traded through, and then it started to march down. This next swing from this high going to the wick gives me the exact retracement level up here, which is pretty much a direct hit in front of this downturn. The next swing down gets me the retracement. We got one close just above the retracement area, a couple wicks, kicks it back down into a 3-day short. Let's take the next swing down from this high to this wick here low, gets me the retracement right here. We get a close a little bit above there, but it rolls back over and gives us that next big down push. Notice the red projection line Caught the exact low of the wick down there. And lastly, let's take an upward projection from that low, the big wick, to this high, where we made high in November there on the 1st, came down, caught that low exact. I'll pull that chart over so you can see what happened. We hit this low and then we got a nice move up off of that level. So very accurate projection and retracement tool. Not 100%, nothing is, but it will almost always get you in the ballpark, and it will get you within a few points of that retracement 85 to 90% of the time.